so
There comes
whoa!
Shit, I need to pull that.
Come on, let's bypass this shit. Hammer it down before you spray paint it. Alright, right now I've been trying out different timing curves. I had the engine hot. It's cooled down a little bit now. It's still pretty warm. I can just about hold my hand beside it. I got out all these nooks and crannies and all this stuff. I'm trying to tune this timing curve because I got it to eventually cold start. It seated the rings and the valve lash. I got it real loose. I gotta go back over that once I get it ready for all that. But I'm trying to get this timing curve right. It's kicking out of the intake. So right now, I initially started on the far right. That was my base. That's what I started with. Which this initial spot I started with right here and right here was a few degrees before TDC. TDC is right there. That tooth right there is TDC. And the magnet from here to here sits about a tooth over or so. So that's a couple degrees before as the piston's coming up. However, the cam timing in this is very weird. And I think I might be fighting a flat spot on the cam. Because earlier, when I welded up this new bracket for this magneto to work, because it had solid state ignition module, which, threw it over here. I don't see it. Yeah, here it is. This is a coil triggered by the stator. So this thing has a coil and a charge wire and everything. This ain't a magneto at all, and that's a pickup, just like a CPS would be. It has a small tab, then it has a taller tab. It's hard to see. Taller tab right there at TDC, and it uses those to configure low idle timing and advanced high RPM timing. Just throws a couple more degrees at it so it runs more efficiently. This coil, this magneto, I took off a tecumseh over there that slung a rod. I don't know how it does its timing. I don't know if it can sense a ramp and RPMs as the wheel sweeps, as the magnet sweeps past it, and it knows to go to a secondary timing table. I don't know. So, alright, so long story short, I started here, got it to run. It's kind of a lousy bitch, but it ran. It wasn't backfiring or anything. Then I went then I went here, which is even more retarded. Spins this way. So that is delaying the time in degrees before the magnet sweeps. I thought that's what I needed, because it was having trouble hot starting. It started cold, but it didn't want to hot start. It was kicking on the starter too much, like it was too advanced. So I went further this way, away from the direction it rotates. Thought I retarded it, but now it's hiccuping out the intake. So I got this happy medium. I'm gonna try this. Just because I want some adjustability, I'm going to try these center holes. I haven't tried these yet. I'm about to tap them. So that should give me, literally, started on this one, hiccuped out the intake on this one. We'll try this one. I don't think it's going to work. Anyhow, this is what it looked like when I first got it. Believe it or not, I traded 2 subwoofers, 2 12s for this from some guy. When I got it, it had no compression, had no spark, and later on, when I did get it running, it did not generate power or weld. I ended up fixing everything about it and doing a full restore on it. you'll notice this setup looks a little different from what you were just looking at. The previous setup kept flying off, just slinging magnets across the garage, and it wouldn't sustain use, so I had to come up with something a little more redundant. So didn't want to recreate the wheel, and I used this. Oh man, that thing is bright.